We go from the most unstable conference in terms of membership to the most stable in the Mid-American Conference. The MAC will add Massachusetts from the independents, but before then, they haven't seen a change in membership since 2005, and they haven't added a team since 1997. The vast majority of these teams enter the 2025 season with gigantic question marks at quarterback. Only 4 teams return their starting quarterbacks from 2024, Toledo, Ohio, Central Michigan, and Akron. And Akron can't even make it to a bowl game because of their academic record. And among quarterback battles this spring, several coaches have voiced their frustrations over losing their quarterbacks to power conference teams. But the defending regular season champion Miami was one of the lucky schools in the transfer portal. They had years of continuity with Brett Gabbert at quarterback. He's been there since 2019. After his graduation, the Redhawks lucked out by getting former Baylor quarterback Daquan Finn to transfer down to the Group of 5 level. This will be Finn's 7th year at the college level, meaning Miami will go back to the drawing board next season. But in this day and age, coaches understand the need for an established quarterback who has a ready-to-win philosophy. But when picking my conference champion, I lean towards stability and consistency. And Miami has tons of new faces that need to work instantly, having lost all of their offensive starters from 2024. Toledo returns 12 starters and hasn't had a losing season since 2009. The Rockets entered the offseason with momentum following a 6-overtime win over Pittsburgh in the postseason. The offense should be explosive, and the defense, which returns the entire secondary, can be among the league's best. They're also in a prime opportunity to pile up wins, only facing one power conference team, and that team being a mediocre Kentucky team. Ohio, the defending champion, is in a similar boat, returning quarterback Parker Navarro, a bunch of other skill positional players, and much of their secondary as well. Having won 31 games in 3 years, Ohio is definitely an attractive program for recruits looking to jump into and start for a Division I FBS program. But Tim Albin, the coach who led the Bobcats to their first conference title in 56 years, got poached by Charlotte, and Ohio may be looking down the barrel of an 0-3 start, opening 2025 against 3 consecutive power conference teams. Buffalo returns 14 starters from a team that tripled their win total last year from 2023, and they won only their 4th bowl game in school history. So there's reason for optimism that the Bulls can compete for a conference championship, but much of their success, in my opinion, depends on if Buffalo can find a leader at quarterback and if they can shore up their special teams unit as well. Northern Illinois has historically been atop the conference. They've been a power conference program in 3 of the last 4 years, and had a 5-year stretch lately where they won 57 games in those 5 seasons. This is their last year in the conference, so we'll see if they can bring home a conference title, but it'll be tough, especially with weaknesses in the trenches on both sides of the ball. You have all 3 of the Michigan schools who all return a decent number of returning starters. I believe Central Michigan has the best chance to reach the postseason as they return their starting quarterback and have the easiest conference schedule, in my opinion, over the other 2 teams. But Western Michigan returns the most amount of starters, and Eastern Michigan plays only 1 power conference program in the non-conference compared to Central and Western, who have to play 2. So they could take advantage of the non-conference schedule, even though I'm predicting they won't. But many of these MAC schools have to toggle between the fear of losing a developing standout at quarterback and also finding a new one who fits their system and culture.